Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your healing meditation with the joining together of the asteroid Chiron and the placement North Node in Aries on the 11th of February. This energy has been active since January and will culminate in the solar eclipse in April, on April the 8th. So this is a powerful opportunity for us to identify the trauma or wounding we've experienced in our life in order to realize that healing energy. This is what we came to heal. I have laid out the Mayan Tarot and clarified with the African Tarot. I will use 3 oracle decks along the way. I am doing personal readings, and the information for that is in the description box below. I am also giving a free reading on about the 1st of every month. I choose that recipient from the comments and the donations that I've received previously. So thank you to all of you who have participated in this. It's been amazing, and I moreover want to thank all of you that are here and all the ways that you support me and all the ways that you do. So thank you in advance for that. Virgo, let's get started with your overall energy. The Four of Jades. Four of Jades is about a powerful achievement, something you've been able to accomplish that contributes to your stability, your security, your financial and economic well-being, the foundation that you have established in order to build more. A lot of times people associate this card with caution, cautiousness, and I think that is in reference to the fact that you have created something abundant already. You may have a sizable savings, a good job. You may have a wonderful retirement that you're looking forward to. Whatever you have, you are honoring it and you are utilizing it judiciously. Nevertheless, it is a foundation for the creation of more, the building of more. And this is also describing your very detailed and hardworking, disciplined way of working, way of creating your economic independent integrity. In the position for Chiron, we have the Three of Staffs. And this is the direction in your chart around where you have experienced some kind of trauma. And the Three of Staffs is indicating at this time that you have expressed that trauma. You have outpictured that through your diligent efforts, your creative efforts to build, plan, grow, ideate, teach, describe, narrate. But under all, it is giving voice to a creative experience. This is you building things that are going to grow and expand with the purpose of the growth and expansion of others. So whatever you have put together, are putting together currently, is meant as a tentative structure or plan to make connections, find models to emulate, look and turn your energies towards a larger audience or a larger market. There's a way that this inspired energy, this motivation you've gained from recognizing the ways that you may have been cautious, you may have been trained in the past to be careful with your money, to be a good provider, but a very cautious one, to be inarticulate is undercut by this ability to express, to build, to share, to distribute your voice, your curriculum, your services, and products to a wide world. In the position of the North Node, the Seven of Staffs describes the direction of your energy. And in many ways, currently, you have set some pretty clear boundaries around this very enthusiastic, this creative outpouring of energy. You may have made this available to many people, knowing that this is something that expresses a deep desire on your part to expand, to grow, to move into new arenas, to identify new areas of activity or new audiences. However, you are limiting and setting boundaries on that in order to liberate your own expression, in order to craft your expression in a way that suits you more individually at this point. You're not so much interested in responding to the needs of others as you are in widening, growing your personal expression, growing the way that you have been articulating your gifts or working towards a particular goal. You may be looking at evaluating that and moving in a new, more a direction that is more greatly aligned with your greater goals of service or duty or responsibility. In the present, we have the Servant of Swords, and this is like the Page of Swords. This is you freshening up your understanding of the ways in which you have been limited, perhaps by past wounding of some sort. This may be, it often comes through the family of origin, but it can be through the formative years as well. It can be a kind of labeling that you received that limited you in a way that you have clearly moved beyond. You have expanded very creatively beyond what you were destined for, what you were told you should or could be. And now you're looking at how to further craft your expressive talents, your abilities to work the area of your goals and activities in new ways. You're looking for a new perspective in order to actually remedy this sense of restriction or limitation, this that has kept you connected to relationships and obligations that may not have been as reciprocal as you would like. There's a real strong sense of you doing all of this alone. You may have a team of collaborators, colleagues, associates, friends, but there isn't a sense that you have been working as if you are a provider, that you are mutually supported in that way by your family, except through a sense of obligation, responsibility. I don't feel that's where your love, attention, energy comes from. So in many ways, you're looking for a way out of this place of creativity that is singular, that is alone, that is individual. It isn't that you want to grow your individual expression, your individual alignment in new ways, in innovative ways. But I think you also want to address this sense of responsibility over and providing for others, rather than a mutual sense of finding provision and shared joy. In the past, we have the Lord of Staffs. This is the same as the King of Wands, which is again underlying your creative passion, your creative drive, the passion with which you've been able to achieve what you have so far. You have tremendous energy, the desire to explore, to grow, to travel, to make connections where necessary, as it has to do with your effort. And this feels very much like your professional experience, so that you know people, you share ideas, you trade in the world of ideas at some important level, and you're well suited to that. This is you even providing leadership in that specific way towards something new, towards something that is better aligned and more fulfilling at a personal level for you. In the future, the Emperor. Wow. So there's a story I'm picking up here about the way that you have provided and been in control, been dominant in some environment as a result of the dominance you experienced growing up. There was perhaps a strong patriarch, father figure, or parent of either sex that perhaps had a very clear path and idea of your accomplishment or success. Perhaps they modeled some accomplishment that you have emulated and internalized. They provided for you in a way that has perhaps fueled your own achievement or accomplishment. The fours here, this is giving me a sense that this particular parent or leader, partner, mentor, teacher, boss helped you to understand your idea of responsibility. And along the way, you have come to understand what you don't have control of. And I'm sensing that there is not an understanding of not having control of other people, which works for you in your professional setting. You can provide leadership and inspiration in that setting without an expectation of mutuality. However, there's something here about your home where you have relinquished a desire for that similar kind of relationship as a provider in the home. And that instead you have come to accept your sovereignty, your responsibility for those things you can control, which is yourself, your own achievements, your own accomplishments. And that has helped you to understand how you, in fact, have built your life intentionally this way, perhaps unconsciously, but intentionally, so that you feel a sense of safety in your singleness, in your ability to be your own boss, to be your own partner in a way. So throughout this, I'm feeling a sense of passion and desire for greater and deeper connection on a level of family, someone to share your home with. I'm going to pull a soul's journey card here and ask if you're resonating with this, Virgo, to please like this video, share it with others, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the card Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. And this is feeling very much like a decision that is pressing upon you to perhaps enter into a partnership or a commitment that you have in some ways avoided to date. And I'm also going to pull from the Flora and Fauna of Africa. And I pulled the Egyptian cobra. And the plant associated with this is Solomon's seal. And the key word is wisdom. You have power and grace Know when to use your voice and when to use your venom. I'm going to clarify the Servant of Swords in your present with Temperance and the Seven of Wands. You have absolutely gone through a long period of healing here. This is something that has been a lifelong healing journey for you, but you've only recently become more aware of your power and capacity with regards to other people. You have, this is a repeat card. So the direction in which you are setting out clear limits to the request of others, the demands of others, you're firming up your boundaries in your relationships, and this is feeling like it is in your more intimate, closer relationships, even if those are professional, the way that professional relationships morph into friendships, lovers, tighter relationships with people that are our colleagues. This has been a lifelong process for you. You've been going through this process of gaining friends, lovers through your work, and ways in which you are only now limiting what that looks like for you, what you feel you can give. In some sense, I'm feeling you're limiting, putting up clear walls and boundaries to those who could potentially become greater friends, lovers, or partners in some way. Something feels stuck around the desire for partnership, or perhaps you're willing to commit as such. And I'm feeling like this wonderful edifice of your home has become more of that, more of a castle with the walls pulled up, that has limited your experience of deeper long-term relationship or partnership. There's a way that you've kept to yourself even when in relationship, that you've shunned a deeper commitment. The King of Wands, the Lord of Staffs, is clarified by the Hanged Man and the Sun card. Whoa! What I'm loving about this is the sense that you are comfortable, happy, and safe in your greatest creative expression, in the ways that you can take ownership, leadership through by following your passions. That this is something that runs away with you in an area where you are guarded, close, and disciplined. And that the ability to apply your discipline to your passion is what has provided you with the greatest satisfaction. But it's also shown you your greatest potential for partnership, for long-term partnership. But you've hung back from that aspect of it. In fact, this hanging back has been a way for you to pull away from what feels like the danger of commitment. It feels like the possibility of growth or being exposed to something that is so different from who you are, or feels so different from who you are, although you're majorly attracted to it, is a place where you have been or perhaps are still stuck. You are working at relieving this energy of retreat, of pulling back into the four walls of your castle, your domain. The Emperor card here is clarified by the Page of Cups and the Death card. I love it. So the death card is simply a description of the rebirth you're experiencing, and that's something I picked up in the very beginning here. You're continuing to do something you do exceedingly well, and that is this ability to be out there spreading ideas, energy into the world. But you are have been doing that at the price of your own personal connections. And I do feel a sense of rebirth there, that you're taking this beautiful expressive energy you have to a new level, applying it in a new way. Page of Cups is indicating that you have really opened up your heart. Whatever you've been afraid of, some kind of accomplishment that you've achieved is emboldening you to let down your guards, to allow yourself to feel into this happiness, this thing that you know makes you happy, that has made you happy in the past, and that continues to, but it's something you're afraid of getting too close to. It may simply be the fear of the kind of control that you imagine a deep love or a deep connection can have over you. And instead, what you are perhaps unable to see is that the person that you're attracted to has the same need for independence and sovereignty of themselves and their lives as you do. And that the coming together of two similar people with similar needs is what is sparked that happiness in the past, and what continues to spark that deeper happiness in a way that you are joined together for a common cause through a deep, passionate connection. This is actually a beautiful love story, Virgo. At least that's what I'm getting here. I'm going to pull a language of flowers to finish up this reading. And two things pulled out, but I'll take the thing on top, the card on top, the sunflower. And the key word is assertiveness. Rise up, stand stronger and true. Thank you so much, Virgo, for this beautiful reading. Until next time, namaste.